Is Kim Kardashian's new lawyer show the worst show of all time and the fall of America? Let's get into it. We're going to figure it out. Morning, folks. Welcome to the Joey Show. I'm Joey Avery. Spectacular program for you today, and a hell of a program we had over the weekend. If you missed out on my coverage of the entire Trump blowing Clinton Epstein rumor, that's great. It's a little out of your normal schedule. Posted that on Saturday. You can go back and listen to it. Very important, serious reporting, and we're back to it. We're back to doing some nice gumshoe reporting here, and today we're aiming our sights at culture a little bit. We'll talk some Epstein. We'll talk Trump Khashoggi later. We have some things, but I want to start today with our main story. The new Kim Kardashian, Ryan Murphy show, All's Fair. Now, I watched some of it so that you wouldn't have to. Can you? Yes. Should you? Probably also yes, depending on what you're into. I'm not saying don't watch it. I got to be honest with you. I watched an episode and a half, and I feel like a strong, independent businesswoman ready to take over America and fight the fucking patriarchy. All men are bad. All men are bad. Say it with me, sisters. Yes. I have a little extra pep in my step, dude. I really do feel like I want to help women win divorces. And I want to drive nice cars. And I want to have a bunch of hot, young chefs. Just a bunch of hot dudes in my nice house. And I want to walk around serving papers and serving cunt. It's what I want to do. I can say that. I'm a strong, independent female business lawyer. This show is getting absolutely shit down the throat in terms of reviews. I think Rotten Tomatoes had it around 4%. Of course, critics, some people like it. Some people. I'm not saying nobody likes it. It's for somebody, but I don't know who exactly, and we're going to try to figure it out. If you haven't watched it, that's okay. I'm going to give you everything you need to know about it, and we're going to talk about what it is and why it is and what it is and who we are. And who we are, ladies and gentlemen, here, members of the 12 at the Joey Show. We are all girl boss, feminist, icon, sluts, and I mean that last one in a positive way. We're reclaiming it. So we're going to approach this episode from a place of empowerment because I think that's what the show is all about. Is Kim Kardashian a good actress? You're asking the wrong questions. Does she have an absolute wagon of a dump truck? Did she probably pay for the show? And does it make sense that she's wearing fancy clothes all the time, even though she's not good at acting and no one probably believes that she's a good lawyer, including the state of California, who failed her from her bar? Not saying I'd pass. Not saying I'd pass. The show is quite simply something else. That's the best real way I can put it. I was out at a bar, which I do sometimes. I was having a pop. I went out to a bar with a friend of mine, friend of the show. Shout out to Chelsea, a friend of mine who works she works in television. I'm not going to tell you who. She works in television, and she said, you know, what are you watching? That's what everyone says. What are you watching? I'm watching hardcore porn. And we were talking about what we were watching. I said, what are you watching? And she said, you have to watch the Kim Kardashian, Ryan Murphy show. And I said, it's must watch. She said, yes. I said, is it good? She said, no. I said, I am in. Daddy likes a little cringe. I'm never going to show you what my YouTube algorithm is. I like things I shouldn't like. We're not so different, you and I. Every time we drive by a car crash, everyone's looking. We're all looking. I thought I'd have a peek, and I had a peek. The basic premise of the show, and I have some clips that I've prepared. I've gathered some clips. I had to find them on YouTube. I don't know how to download them straight from Hulu, but none of you care about my process. I have a couple clips here just so I can set the table, and then we can talk a little bit more about why this might exist.
I realized you wanted to leave the firm 4 months ago.
That's not your elbow!
All I ask is that you start your own firm.
That's what we want. our own boutique.
Women representing women only.
Girl bossing, dude. It's time to girl boss. There's been enough lawyer firms full of men lawyering and doing legal stuff for other men. What if, this is kind of what the show begs the premise, it's like the FUBU for women lawyers. For us, by us. Just for the gals, dude. Gal palling around. Fuck the patriarchy. You don't get to control the boardroom, and you don't get to control our marriages. Dude, fuck yeah. Fuck the patriarchy. Dude, fuck the patriarchy. And we can all fuck the patriarchy. I'm doing it right now. Sitting here in a robe in a hotel. But that's what it is. They're working at a firm, and they're like, we need to leave. And the lady's like, you gotta leave, but just start a boutique firm. And they're like, fuck yeah. And so then they start a boutique firm, 3 of them, but they don't bring the other woman. And then they're like, let's just do law for women. And that's basically what the show, it's like Suits for girls. It's pantsuits. The show is supposed to be pantsuits. The problem is they never at any point make you believe that they would be good lawyers, nor do you have interest in any of the cases. It's just like really fancy outfits. It's champagne. It's private jets. I read something that said that it's filmed like an Instagram reel. This is good. This is true. It is, what if lawyering had nothing to do with lawyering? Lawyering is not about, I don't think I've seen, they have an office and they sit in this circular kind of realm of book. It's unbelievable. It's a book rotund. What is the word? Rotund just means fat. Rotunda. Boy, see? And that's why you just hang in the pocket and you just battle and you fight till you get there. Because a tundra is a frozen tundra. That's where the Green Bay Packers play. And rotund is fat. That's a fat something. But a rotunda, spiral top. They sit in a book rotunda. It's like if a library had like a little turret on top and they were up there like doing secret war plans with law books. Dude, books as a background is one of the funniest things ever, and I know I have books in a lot of my shots too, but the book background is just like, hey, check out this knowledge that's like potentially in my head. You ever think about that? You ever think about all the books I got? Hey, I got books behind me. And just so you know, a lot of those words, they're in Monoggin. I'm nogged up with knowledge. Do you really want to fuck with me? I'm a woman lawyer. I'm in the rotunda. So they sit around books, but that's the only time reading is implied. Legal work, as I understand it, usually requires a lot of reading. Not in this case. In this case, it requires just serving absolute looks, slaying queen, and just being yeah. And again, now I want to be fair in my critique of this show, which is objectively bad. It's doing something for someone. And you cannot take that away from it. There are very, vapid, rich, stupid people who will watch this and be like, that's what life is. And they will try to go to law school. I'm not kidding. There are stupid, rich, young, and I have to say women in this case because that's who the show is for, who will go, I do want to be a lawyer. And they should not watch this. They should watch Legally Blonde. It's a better lawyer concept for being a hot babe lawyer. I digress. The show, what makes it so interesting to me, because the idea of a group of women lawyers, hey, I have no problem with women being lawyers. No qualms with that at all. But the interesting thing is they're doing law by women for women, but it's only for and by the richest women ever. So like the concept of a poor person in this show is actually just these still smoking hot 20-something man-made chefs. And I say man-made not because they're made, but they're maids who are men maids. Man-made chefs. We're just going to go with it. Who Kim Kardashian employed. She has basically a harem of 20-year-old smoke show men to cook for her because she doesn't have time to cook because she's too busy girl bossing and changing outfits every episode. That's the concept of a poor person, is just like a still hot person that's in her life generally. Like, there's no law for good people. It's all horrible people. They're all bad people. One of the and they're victimized, right? These people are, because they are women, they've been victimized, and they are victimized because they are women. It's a bit of a circular ordeal that we have going on here. One of them, there's this huge ordeal. They got to go get this woman because her horrible, horrible husband doesn't want her to have anything in the divorce. And this is her leaving. And the solution to the problem is she will take the millions of dollars of jewelry and then auction it off. And then these lawyers then, in fact, go bid on that same jewelry, because this show is only for rich women. Let's talk about her exit scene here.
I never once cheated on you. Did you ever really love me?
He wasn't even attractive. I only slept with him because of the way he looked at me. He did love you once, but not now.
So she's the one who cheated, but she's still the better person because he was a mean, bad man who looked at her. It's just a truly remarkable piece of content that I think is only for, I would say it's probably this. This is who the show is for, and I've been asking myself this for a long time. It's been preoccupying. It's been a thorn in my side. Because I'm thinking, who is this for? It's for two groups of people. Aggrieved, wealthy, angry, boomer women who can only identify with being a woman. And that happens. And hey, sister, if that's you, keep calm and carry on. That's okay. You go ahead and watch this show. You stop calling the cops on black people. I think it's a healthy outlet. You should enjoy this show. You should watch it with your friends. Have some morning champagne. You deserve it. It's all his fault. Never self-reflect. 2, I think there's a cringe view group coming in here that's going to have fun with this. That's like, let's just wash it because it's trash and we are trash and we are dirty little trash pigs who need to gobble up our trash. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And then I would say 3rd, gay guys having fun watching outfits. And that's who if I could watch it with a group, that's who I'm watching it with. And we're watching outfits and we're criticizing them and we're having fun. Fight the patriarchy. I think those are the 3. Now there are some moments I'm gonna give fairness here. They have a scene where they talk about one of the guys. They're exposing him for being bad because men are bad. Men bad, women good. Okay. Except for when women bad, but that's only because one of them's fucking Kim Kardashian's soon-to-be ex-husband in the show, not Kanye, although many women are doing that as well. That's not the point. The point is, there's a funny scene. They expose the man, and the concept is that he was into butt plugs. Embarrassing, man was into butt plugs. And they gave to scale, it was a butt plug next to a cone. And they were like, that's for scale. And I was like, you know what? That's funny. So I think there's a self-awareness potential. Like, I think that the show knows it's stupid. It knows it's vapid. It knows it's just for rich people or people who at least glamorize the absolute, over-the-top rich life and still want to feel like the protagonist and good person in their story, when any sort of interesting telling of people swimming in these ponds would actually show the 3-dimensional nature of the sick fuckedness that they are all in. The amount of slave labor implied in the lifestyle of everyone living this show is so crazy it almost hurts the mind. But they are serving looks, and that's important. Kim Kardashian, in a masterstroke of actressing here, this is her. Spoiler alert, at the end of the first episode, her football player, younger man, who she was with, is leaving her, divorcing her. Divorcing her. This is her in her sad moment.
Alora!
Okay. I mean, we couldn't even do a squirt bottle of a tear. She's just sitting in a chair in a full mink coat with perfect makeup on. This is her divorce day. She's still serving looks. She's still minked up in the chair just looking at the fire like, fuck, men suck. That dude needs to bring me my sushi. She prepares a dinner for this football player, man. And by she prepares, she walks in and is like, have dinner ready in 30. And then is sitting there just with sushi on the table like, look what I did. And the guy's like, fuck, that was so thoughtful. Bitch, you had a maid do it. What are we doing? It's fun, it's beautiful, it's spectacular, it's absolutely horrible. I couldn't make it through 2 full episodes. At first, I was like having fun because I was like, oh, we are doing this? And the show is so close to doing that because it's like the outfits are ridiculous, the acting not good, the premise, girl power. It's just preposterous. But I was like, I don't know if I can cringe watch this alone. Like, I need to be drunk on a couch with some friends. Like, that's what I need. And that's what you need. I think it's a group view. If you're going to watch it, it's a group view. To answer my initial question, is it the worst show ever made? No. Because in moments it has self-awareness. It's garish. It's big. It knows what it's doing, sure. So it has a little bit of something, even though it's not much. Don't like or care for any of the characters. Does it signify the fall of America? No, actually, I don't think so. Because unfortunately, for this show, it was made late. There was a time when this would have resonated. There was a time when ladies could have been like, this is our Black Panther. This is it. The problem is, it sucks. And we have other shows, and we don't need it. But we want it, and for that, we will keep getting it. It's kind of like if a reality show was a scripted show, which makes sense considering it's the Kim Kardashian vehicle. And no, I'm not talking about the one that Caitlyn Jenner used to run over a person. But that's not all that's going on in Hollywood. Sony's making a Lebubu movie. That's good. We're going to do a more of a culture episode today. We have some politics on the back. But Sony is making a Lebubu movie. Now, that's what we need. That is what modern society that's what we are craving right now. We need a movie about a collector's item that people are paying way too much money and going crazy over. Now, I don't fault Sony for doing this. It should already be made, though. I know it takes a long time to make a movie, but they just got the rights. Hey, hurry the fuck up. This is not going to last forever. You should make a Beanie Babies movie. Bring them back. Dip back into the pocket. See if you can capture the old magic. I was looking into this because I was like, God, I don't like the things that people are into, and I'm sick of this. And whenever I see someone with a Lebubu, I think, what is wrong with you? And that's okay. Again, everyone is entitled to their own interests. But when I see people with a Lebubu, I go, hey, no judgment. However, what is wrong with you? Because it's something. And there's a lot of things wrong with me. There's things wrong with everybody. But I don't have a child's toy hanging off my belt loop like it means something. There are 2 types of people who have Lebubus still. 1, children and people with the brains of children. I'm talking collectors. People are not going to like that sentence, but I mean it. I do. People who their entire room is just a bunch of collector's items. They walk around like a human anime. You reference something that like other people wouldn't know, and they like blah! They like short circuit it, blah! Like it's their entire thing. There's nothing wrong with that. It's the same way that like if you're like at a sports bar with a guy and you just go like, dude, how good was Marvin Harrison Sr.? And you talk about the Colts wide receivers, but it's a similar affliction and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But you do have the mind of a child. It's for kids, right? It's for children, and no one's forced you to grow up, and that's okay. Capture that spirit. The other type of person is someone who just doesn't even know what's going on and is just like kind of pretending like it's ironic, but they're just a hype beast because they know other people are doing it, and they're like, okay, well, if it's sick, like, I'm in. And that's worse because you don't even mean it. You're not even about that Lebubu. You're not even about that Leb life. That Lebu life. That Lebu lingerie. Do they still have those? I don't know. Bread. Fresh bread. Bread's out. Lebubus are in. That's what I've learned from LA. So if you still have one, you're kind of behind the trend a little bit, or you're a child, you have the brain of a child. That's fine. But we're going to make a film about it. Who's going to go to that? Is that who you want to be rubbing elbows with? Ask yourself. It's a fair question. Honestly, they might do a really good job with this movie. I'm not going to lie. They might do a really good job with this movie. I think it might end up being a little bit too late, though. People are going to be like, what? Like, trends, they get popular. They take over the world, and then people who aren't invested in them lose their minds, myself included. You know, what the fuck is that? What is that? You put the toys away. You're an adult. You freak out because you're not in. You don't get it. It's getting thrown in your face. You go, fuck you. Fuck you. It's the same thing that happens when someone gets popular, a comedian, an actor, actress, whatever. You know them early on. You know them on the rise. You're like, fuck yeah, they're awesome, And then they do what they're trying to do. They penetrate everything. And you, hey, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Enough with that. I don't want it. I don't want it anymore. I don't want it. I don't want it. Stop giving to me. It's like broccoli to a child. They don't want it. And you're giving it to them. And because you're giving it to them, they don't want it. Lebubus have already passed that. They've already crested past that. Now they're in kind of like cultural acceptance phase, but they're soon to be, and it's lame to be walking around with one phase, and then they need to go in a hiatus for a while, and then they'll achieve stasis as just kind of like a respected it by a certain group, Asians, respected by a certain group sort of thing. But as I was looking into it, it's come to my attention that the Lebubus are actually from a larger canon, a larger show called Monsters, created by Kaising Lung, or Lung, I don't know. And he, I believe, was born in Hong Kong and grew up in the Netherlands, and here's him explaining it.
創作咗 The Monster 啊、Lebubu 啊、Tycoco 啊、Yaya 啊一啲，即係因為 Lebubu 其實有好多咁，有百幾隻嘅又係。咁其中一隻 Lebubu 咧，其實咧就係 Tycoco 嘅女朋友。
That's not going to do anybody any good, is it? That little clip's not going to help at all. But what I did see during that clip is there were some Lebubus doing yoga, and when I saw them in motion, I was a little bit more attracted to them. They looked less evil. Because they have these, they have this mean little, and I'm like, I keep seeing them, and I go, enough. Especially when an adult has them. If you're a child and you have one, cool. But when I see adults with them, enough. It's a children's toy. The interesting thing about all of this is if I was gifted one that I was told to be cool, and I learned about why it was cool and why it was the special, like the most specialist Lebubu, like the one that like, this is like, if you're gonna have a Lebubu, like this is kind of like the one. This is the Lebubu. If I was told that, and I was given that, and I had it in my possession, it is highly possible that I would be like, y'all motherfuckers don't know shit about Lebubus. I do. Hey. Y'all don't know shit about Lebubus. I got the best fucking one, dude. I got the yellow one with the fucking Jordans on it. That's ski. 'Cause I got the best fucking one, dude. 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 I got the best fucking You don't know about Lebubu like your boy, though. Hey, you want to have a cool one? Hey, you come see me. I got that shit with the ski. Yeah, the Lebubu, yeah. Might be how I would be. And this is just the reason I do this, the reason I get to this point in the show is not only to be honest about myself. It's very important. It's very important to be honest with and about yourself, right? But also because it's an honest reflection of how all of society works. Lebubus are not real. They're a mirror upon which we see ourselves reflected back to us. Right? Once you are in an in-group, it's exciting to be in it. But you don't always realize how fucking annoying you are to everyone else looking at you. And you don't care. Because you're looking at them going, you fucking idiots don't even have a Lebubu though, do you? Mine's got the ski. Mine's got the ski. You don't know about me. I'm different. I've been in the stuffed animal game for years, cuz. I had the fucking Beanie Baby platypus tag on, case on the tag. What you know about me? I'm different. And to everyone else, they're like, we're all going to die. Stop collecting toys. The fuck? I mean, write a book, read a book, do something. Actually, Lebubus come from a book, dude. It's Monsters by fucking Kai Song Leung. In-group, out-group stuff. It's interesting. It's important to understand it because it is not just life and Lebubu. It's the whole world. It's politics. If you're with us, if we have a frame of reference for you, a frame of understanding, if we speak each other's language, so interesting. If all of a sudden you're a little bit on the outside and I go, I'm not like you, fuck you, it's on sight. Hey, we're all trying to be better. Yeah, of course we are. That's why a bunch of people go to therapy or fucking eat ayahuasca or put mushroom caps up their anuses while they work. We're all trying to be a bit better. But at the end of the day, it'll never be a complete thing. Yes, it's worth striving to do that in your own life. Good. Get out there, sweetheart. Kick some ass. Be great. But you'll never fully be able to escape your human form. You're an animal. We all are. It's what makes comedy fun and funny. Is that we're not perfect. We're all a little bit fucked up. And then when someone just is like, yeah, I'll fucking say it, everyone's like, oh, finally someone said it. Yeah. And that's why some comedy offends some people, and to other people it unlocks them. It's like, oh my God, truth, finally. Because you're an animal. You're a dirty little animal. You might be a cool animal. You might be doing a good job of being that animal. You might be living a great life. You've turned your little fucking animal self into something really spectacular, really fantastic, almost, dare I say, a collector's item. Look at you. You're a special human, aren't you? You're just a limited edition Lebubu. And no matter how limited edition you are, a lot of people are going to look at you and say, fuck you, no one cares. But guess what? Some people will know. Some people will understand. Some people will love you, fight for you, die for you, pay top dollar for you. Because maybe to them, you are the fucking yellow one with the Jordans and the Be the best Lebubu you can be. But don't collect them. Seriously, be a fucking adult. Be a fucking adult. And also, let's pause real quick. Come on out and see me on tour. JoeyAvery.com/live. Tons of great shows coming up. This Sunday, Comedy Works, downtown Denver. Historic Club. I would love to see you there. Followed by Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, Beverly, Massachusetts, Batavia, Illinois, San Jose, California, Philadelphia, PA. That's a new one. West Huntsville, Alabama, Nashville, Tennessee, Dallas, Texas, and a ton more coming up. JoeyAvery.com/live for more information on that. In other news, rocking Hollywood to its genuine core, tequila might not be as healthy as we thought. Have you been tracking this? There's a whole tequila scandal involving the great George Clooney. So Casamigos is embroiled in this. Don Julio is. Here's a brief overview. There's an ongoing class action lawsuit, several, fired against Diageo, the parent company of, it could be whatever it is. I'm going to call it Diageo, the parent company of premium tequila brands Casamigos and Don Julio. There are a lot of tequilas mixed up in this, alleging that the products are falsely advertised as 100% agave. The core accusation is that Casamigos and Don Julio are adulterated with cheaper non-agave alcohols, such as cane spirit, despite their 100% agave labeling. Lawsuits filed in California and New York. They did full testing on this. Casamigos Blanco is only about 33% agave-derived alcohol, while Don Julio 1942 Añejo is also around 33%. Folks, with a 1942 cold mixing, agave farmers, these are the ones coming at them. Agave farmers involved in the initial protests alleged that large companies are illegally cold mixing distilled tequila with industrial alcohol, a practice that is prohibited in Mexico. Folks, that is not great. Diageo has strongly and repeatedly denied the allegations, calling the claims meritless, outrageous, and categorically false. Well, it's too bad that Don Julio isn't a woman, or they could get Kim Kardashian's team of crack law bitches on the case. You gotta get them, goddammit. This is interesting news for anyone who does think it matters what alcohol you put into your body. Now, hey, look, first off, I want to say this, first and foremost. I stand with the agave farmers, okay? I've always stood with the agave farmers. Anyone who knows me and knows agave and knows farmers, know I've always stood with the agave farmers. Si se puede. It's true. It's a fact, and I still stand with them now because I don't really care if your brand gets taken down. Make sure you're selling me what I ask for and allow me to pretend it's a healthier alcohol. That's not so bad. I don't like when big companies are able to put weird additives and cut corners and do bullshit and make us put shit into our bodies that we're not actually going for. I think that's fair, and that's how I feel about that. I do want to also say, and this is not anything to do with the legal case. Case is closed. Go get them, boys, fellas. It is funny when people get really particular about what alcohol they're going to drink as if it's going to make a large difference because, babe, I know it and you know it. Once it hits the lips, this body's not a fucking wonderland. It's not a temple. It's a goddamn trash can. And I'd love to pretend that, like, well, actually, when I only mix one alcohol. Yeah, actually, when I only have clear liquors, I don't have a headache. Not at the amount that I'm drinking them sometimes. Yeah, if it was like a long day on the job and I just like busted a case and I wanted to have like one glass and I was like, Doc says I got to keep it clear because of my hemorrhoids. I don't fucking know. Then yeah, maybe that works. But the idea that you can market any alcohol as like even minutely healthy is outrageous behavior. Outrageous. Oh yeah, here's the alcohol for people who just want to keep it moving. I want to keep it moving. Yeah, I want to have 10 of those. And I want to keep that Uber Eats order moving along. Where's my Mickey D's? Oh. You turn into you get a few of those in you, you're eating like shit and you're drinking like shit. You're drinking hard alcohol, I don't care what's in it. It could be moonshine, it could be perfect 100% agave tequila. You're going to make some poor health decisions, and that's fine and that's okay. And it should be, if you're going to tell me it's agave, it should be full of agave. But if you believe that any alcohol is actually healthy, you crazy, huh? You kind of crazy, huh? You little slut. That's funny. That's funny. But shout out to the agave farmers. I stand with you. And you know what? And I didn't want to say this. And I would take it back if I ever met him in person immediately. It's on site, Clooney. It's on site, Clooney. Hey, Cloon Dog, Clooney Tunes. It's on site. Don't you ever come between me and the agave farmers. I will fuck you. And no, I didn't mean to add up. I said what I said. I said what I said. Why don't you get your lawyer wife, huh? Why don't you get your lawyer wife and your crack team of ladies? Let me just check if George Clooney is still in Casamigos. I bet he sold it at the right time. Clooney Casamigos. He co-founded it with his friends Rondé Gerber and Mike Meldman. Yeah, that's obviously not real tequila. Mike Meldman. It's Meld is in the name. The trio created the brand in 2013. After years of developing a smooth tequila for their own personal use in Mexico, a venture that eventually led to their sale to Diageo in 2017 for $1 billion. God damn it, Clooney, you sexy son bitch. All right, Clooney, I changed my mind. You did it. It probably was 100% agave. It's probably Diageo. Hey, fuck you, Diageo. It's on site. Clooney, you and I are back. It's you, me, and the farmers. Yahweh. Shout out to Clune Dog, dude. Anyway, George Clooney. Interesting tweet making the rounds here. Bill Ackman. Big Bill Ackman here. If you don't know who he is a rich fuck, and I'm not money shaming, but he's a hedge fund manager worth $9.3 billion, and he's giving people dating advice. Which, like, the premise of that, you go, well, that should go well. Oh, that should go well pretty much immediately, right? That's who should be giving dating advice. That's who, people want to know how the guy who made $9.3 billion by doing nothing for the economy other than managing people's money and staking appropriate bets on whether or not companies that were actually making money would make money. He's the guy who should be instructing us on game. No, we don't need him. We need fucking mystery man. Whoever the fucking guy is who's the pickup artist. Okay, here it is. Here's his tweet. I can't do a whole pickup artist related rant. Those go too long, and we've done too many of them. I hear from many young men that they find it difficult to meet young women in a public setting. In other words, the online culture has destroyed the ability to spontaneously meet strangers. As such, I thought I would share a few words that I used in my youth to meet someone that I found compelling. Already weird. Already an odd way to talk about trying to smash. A few words that worked in my youth when I found someone compelling. Ew. I would ask, may I meet you? Before engaging further in conversation. I almost never got a no. It inevitably... This is honestly, this tweet like threw me for a loop. This is for men to meet young women in a public setting. This is not like we're on Tinder, right? May I meet you? I would probably drop the may. I'd probably try something else. I'm not a veteran of the apps, but I think I would say something more along the lines of like, what that fucking mouth do? Huh? Yeah? No, I don't think I would do that. I think that what would be more interesting is like have a plan for a date. Like either maybe you have a dinner set up or maybe you do something cute and maybe you're like, I rented a fucking paddle boat for us tomorrow at 2. Get those quads stretched out. Let's tweak the wording. Let's tweak the wording. Paddle boat idea is fucking nails though. Tell me I'm wrong. You won't. Okay, but this is for like I'm at a bar. I'm not worth $9.3 billion. Don't have a hedge fund. Not Bill Ackman, who some people say is implicated in Charlie Kirk's assassination. And that person is Candace Owens. That's not what we engage in on this program. Haven't done the research. I would ask, may I meet you before engaging further in a conversation? I almost never got to know. So if I'm at a bar and I go up to a girl and I'm sipping on a fucking hazy. I've got a hazy IPA in my hand because I didn't think I was going to talk to her. That's a drink with the fellas drink. You're going to be like gurping and farting while trying to hit on chicks? No, dude, fucking tequila soda. 100% agave. You know what time it is. I would ask, may I meet you? So I'm pulling up with a hazy and I'm going up to a girl and I go, hey. And she's like, what? And I'm like, may I meet you? She'd go, huh? Now let's give him a chance to explain why this might work. It inevitably enabled the opportunity for a further conversation. I met a lot of really interesting people this way. I think the combination of proper grammar and politeness was the key to its effectiveness. You might give it a try. You might give it a try. What sort of fucking books is this guy reading? You might give it a try. I feel like fucking Jiminy Cricket is like teaching me game right now. Oh, you might give it a try. You never know down which road the pussy tunnel may lead. What are we doing? I met a lot of really interesting people this way. Did you? Weird people. If I was at a bar and someone said, may I meet you? You may not. I think the combination of proper grammar and politeness was the key to its effectiveness. You might give it a try. And yes, I think it should also work for women seeking men as well as same-sex interactions. Gay guys don't need this. They don't need it. May I meet you? Yeah, M-E-A-T, huh? That easy. Just 2 cents from an older, happily married guy concerned about our next generation's happiness and population replacement rates. Now. Is this the key to getting replacement rates back on track? Now, this last little thing here, and maybe I'm reading too much into it. This does happen. When billionaires are online, people pay more attention. We read more into their words because we're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You should just be chilling at the house, getting your dick sucked on a jet ski. Huh? May I meet you? When? But is that why he sent this out? Like, does this guy actually think, like, to me, there's this psychotic, like, when you've been that successful and you control that much money and that much money controls that much power, both in the private sector and in the public sector, which he's incredibly involved in. The guy is investing in politics. He's putting his finger on the scale. He is, like, literally shaping tons of aspects of the world that we live in. And he's just like sitting at the crib all day like, what else can Papa do? And then he's like, you know what? Replacement rates are not cooking. What if I just tweet out my absolute fucking game and people just start smashing because of the may I meet you loophole? Like, this guy thinks the reason people aren't having kids is because young people at bars are too big of losers to have a better entry line than may I meet you, buddy. The problem is a lot of these people aren't even going to bars. They feel like they don't have the money or the capital to spend out on a night at the fucking bar. They're like, no, I'll just stay home and watch fucking Twitch for free. And they've fallen into this techno-driven fake world. That's the problem. And he kind of gets that, but he's missing and he thinks, dude, no one can fuck because they don't have my line. Half of these kids could walk up, comb their hair forward and go, fucking 6'7", and be smashing that night. It's easy when you have it like that. This is not the problem with the problem. The replacement rate is even if people come up and say, may I meet you, and fucking get it in and smash. A lot of people don't feel like they can afford to have children because a lot of the companies that people like you have made your vast wealth on are eliminating jobs instead of providing a general middle class. And that's not necessarily your fault. I don't know if it's your fault. You're just at the top of the heap. But the heap ain't working for a lot of people. Now, I want to win. Hey, I believe in personal responsibility. Get out there, win your own life. Oh, are you having trouble talking to people? Go talk to them. Shut the fuck up. That's my advice. May I meet you? May I meet you? I just don't understand how it's supposed to work. Like if I was a single man, maybe I would try it. I would go out. Hey, may I meet you? Like, I feel like I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be fair to Bill here. I could probably fucking make that work. Hey, can I meet you for a little bit? See, if you add a little bit. But he thinks he's like, no, you got to do perfect grammar. Don't. No. Don't. Don't use perfect grammar when you're hitting on someone, you idiot. You Luddite. Hi, may I meet you? Who are you trying to meet? Threes? Only threes have good grammar. You should know that, Bill. What the fuck? I don't know, folks. Whole world's gone mad. Trump had his buddy over to the White House, which was interesting. He had big Khashoggi, big Cash Dog over there. Let's hear how it went.
Mr. President, is it appropriate, Mr. President, for your family to be doing business in Saudi Arabia while you're president? Is that a conflict of interest? And Your Royal Highness, the U.S. intelligence concluded that you orchestrated the brutal murder of a journalist. 9/11 families are furious that you are here in the Oval Office. Why should Americans trust you? And the same to you, Mr. President.
Now, who are you with?
I'm with ABC News, sir.
I have nothing to do with the family business. I have left, and when I've devoted 100% of my energy. What my family does is fine. You're mentioning somebody that was extremely controversial. A lot of people didn't like that gentleman that you're talking about. Whether you like him or didn't like him, things happen, but he knew nothing about it, and we can leave it at that.
Okay, I'm like honestly exhausted to like give like a hot reaction to it, and this is where Trump is at his best, is when people just go, what are you gonna fucking, I guess. The first part of that is just as troubling to me. They're building a Trump Tower Jeddah. They're building some giant fucking tower that's worth millions of dollars. He's like, that's not me, that's my family. Fuck stick, it's your company and your kids have it. You made an entire, you went crazy about Hunty B. Our Lord and Savior Hunter Biden, who, if you missed the emergency pod, has liked another Joey Show clip. Shout out to Hunty B, the leader of the 12. And we have a piece of Hunter Biden pop culture that I will share with you in a little bit. But he claims everyone is corrupt except for him. Now, what he knows, and we know this and we've talked about it, it's all messaging to him. It's all cynical. It's just only talk about certain things. There's no form of truth. It's just controlling the narrative. That's why he screams at journalists. That's why he doesn't care that this guy killed one, because he's like, he was actually a nasty guy and he was probably like lying about him, and this guy's my friend. And that is a horrible, horrible place for the United States to be, that we are excusing the extrajudicial killing of a journalist that wrote at times, not permanently, but at times for the Washington Post, that we're just allowing that to happen. That a president is snapping at our own reporters because he's trying to defend the leader of a repressive regime. And all of that is a horrible place for the country to be. But I do love when I see someone stacking up for his boy. You know what I mean? I do love when I see someone just being like, that's my dog, though. And it's not good, and it's bad for the country, and I fundamentally, truly disagree with it. But every once in a while, you see someone being like, don't make fun of my friend. That's my dude. And you go, dudes rock. And I don't think it's nice, because you're not allowed to kill people. So, Trump, bad. I scold you. Bad on the score of being a horrible, disgusting look for our nation. Bad on the score of of knowing what to care about and having any form of morality, bad on the score of being completely corrupt and using your office to enrich your family and your future kids, who will now also have some annoying stake in the country forever because of how influential and rich they're going to be, and what a horrible landscape that probably is in the long run. But plus 1 point for the bro code. Very well done. And we give credit where credit's due on here. And maybe it's that thick, tight-knit little bro code that is why we really do need a legal office of all women. And it's the universe is balanced, folks. Don't we talk about it every week on the world's greatest Eastern religion podcast here, of course, The Joey Show. Now, I mentioned that our Lord and Savior, Hunty B, and sorry, I'm having trouble with the janky-ass earpiece that I use so that you don't get crazy buzzing in your ear, even though it's annoying and it makes me look stupid. But I was watching a show. There is a show here. It's called I Love LA. It's on HBO. It's one of the new HBO Sunday night comedy offerings alongside The Chair Company. There was a scene here that caught my eye, and it just seemed like something that the 12 would want to see. I don't know if I'll be able to pull this clip in, but you'll be able to hear it either way.
Like, Reddit is bullshit. These influencer pages are just like fucking chewing on for femcells.
This is like a video game to them. Like, give them one day and they're gonna say that you fucked Hunter Biden. Why the fuck would I fuck Hunter Biden?
Excuse you, because he's ripped and he likes to party. This meth selfies got me through the pandemic.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you right there. Because he's ripped and he likes to party, and his meth selfies got us through the pandemic. Not much else to say, folks. Not much else you need to say. One final thing, one pet peeve, and then I'm going to let you be for the week. But final pet peeve here. I was watching football, as I like to do. Everyone knows I like to watch football. I'm a guy's guy. I watch blah, blah, blah. I'm in a fantasy league, okay, with Scott Hansen, Emmanuel Sanders, Ian Rappaport, and Mark Sanchez. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's a fact. I can't expand on it right now, but I will later. I was watching football, and 2 times this week I saw a wide receiver catch a football, run it into the end zone, exquisitely, beautifully, artistically. And to celebrate, they jumped to the goalpost, wrapped their legs around it, and slid to the bottom. Not only was it fun, it was adorable, it was fantastic, it was family friendly, it was fun for the whole family. Both players were penalized. What the fuck are we doing? Genuinely, what the fuck are we doing? Hitting a pole, sliding down to the bottom. I'm sure there's some rule against, like, you can't use props, you can't do this, you can't do that. Well, I'm going to tell you, you can't take our fun. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that for real. It's a cute celebration, and I like cute celebrations in my football. It's one of the dichotomies that makes me love football. Oh my God, they're so violent, they hit each other. Oh my God, that was kind of cute. Look, they're having fun. I like that, and you're not fucking taking it away from us. Deban that. Deban that celebration right the fuck now. And while you're at it, let them dunk on the goalpost. Why are we not dunking on the goalpost? It's one of the best celebrations, and we've removed it? You go fuck yourself. There are a few things in sports that need to remain. It is dunking on a goalpost, feet sliding down. That's a new one. I like that too. And I don't know if we're even doing this anymore. Did we stop putting untied goalie water bottles on top of the net in NHL hockey? Because put them back and let them fly off when someone goes upper deck. If someone goes fucking top shelf where mama keeps the cookies, I want to see a goddamn Gatorade bottle flying into fucking Kingdom Come. I don't care if it kills a fan. Put them back. Put them back and let players dunk on the fucking NFL goalpost. I'm not kidding. I'm really not. There are few treats left for the average American. I'm not a doom and gloom guy. I'm optimistic. Hey, I believe in me. I believe in you. We're going to be okay. But there are large macroeconomic factors that are making less and less of a percentage of the population live this perfect life where they can own a house and have a family and all this. So bring back water bottles flying off the fucking goal, because we need joy. We need happiness. And not all of us are into goddamn Lebubus. Thank you very much. I'm Joey Avery. This has been The Joey Show. Please go ahead, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like, leave a whatever the fuck, depending on where you are. You know where we'll be, back here next Thursday. This has been The Joey Show. I'm Joey Avery. Good night. Thank God